What's up, you guys? So today I'm sitting in the car because it's a little bit peaceful and quiet, and I don't have any little ones running around. I'm really feeling this hair color, you guys. Go check out Ebony's Beauty, and I'll give you the whole scoop of the inspiration behind the color of my hair. I gotta clip my ends, but other than that, I'm loving this color. I'm sorry, I'm being nosy. But anyways, as you guys can see, the title of this is called Losing Yourself. And I feel like at times I have lost myself from the person that I used to be. And the reason for me saying that is because I've noticed over the years that I wasn't the person that I am today, and that I've changed and became this person that I am right now today because of either situations, people, or just reality has made me realize that I have to either change or become somebody that I'm not. And I'm going to elaborate on that in a little bit. So, basically, when I say losing yourself, I first started this channel to basically talk to you guys about depression and mental illness and to bring awareness to mental illness. I feel like mental illness is just as important as breast cancer awareness, um, abuse, uh, other sicknesses and diseases as well. I feel like mental health is an important factor as well. Um, if you guys go to the first video that I've made on this channel, basically I told my whole story about where I was mentally, what has happened to me, and how I'm overcoming my mental illness. Now, currently, I still battle with depression. I've been battling depression for over 5 plus years, either 5 or 5 plus years. Um, a lot of people wouldn't think that I battle with it because I'm not the type of person that wants pity parties. I'm not the type of person that wants you to feel sorry for me. I'm not the type of person that wants empathy on situations that people have to overcome. So I'm not the type of person to sit and have a pity party. If I have a pity party, I have a pity party, and then I'm over it, and it's back to reality. It's back to life. My nose is shiny, but I'll have my pity party, cry, do whatever I have to do, get over it, and move forward because life continues to go on. What I do want people to realize and be aware of, there are signs of people with mental illness, and you have to be aware and be conscious of those people. And that's the whole purpose of my channel, is to bring awareness of mental illness, to share my stories, to share my opinions and thoughts about certain topics and things, and just speak out from how I feel, and maybe someone else can relate to some of the topics that I talk about. Um, Currently, I do take medication for my mental illness, and I don't take it every day. It's a choice. I choose to take medication for my mental illness because to me it balances things, and it helps me to regulate my life, and it helps me to stay focused. Whereas if I wasn't on the medication, my mind is all over the place. I have trouble focusing on important things that I need to get done, and I'm just everywhere. And I tend to overthink things, and it causes a lot of issues in my day-to-day life. So I choose to, take medication. I don't take it every day, and I'm not crazy. I'm not loony. Um, I'm well aware of things that go on around me. Um, I'm well, balanced on life. I know what I want out of life. I know what I want for my life. I know what I want in my relationships. I know what I expect. And people tend to think that I'm crazy because I want these things or I expect these things. And they just seem to think that I'm just crazy, but I'm not crazy at all. I do have anger issues just like anybody else. I have anger issues just like anyone else. But I know how to control myself to a point sometimes. And I'm learning how to control myself to a point where I'm not lashing out. Um, After my diagnosis with my mental illness, I've noticed that I no longer had the ability to hold my tongue or to hold back my feelings, because I felt like people took advantage of that. People took advantage of me expressing myself, and also my kindness. They took that for a weakness, and I felt like people at that point back then would basically try to push over on me and take advantage of me, and I didn't know how to let that inner voice inside me speak out. So after my diagnosis, I no longer hold back my tongue. I speak out. I don't like speak out to the point where I'm cursing and fussing and fighting and going on. That is not my character. That is not who I am. Um, I carry myself as if I'm carrying a brand. My brand is important to me, which I am creating a brand, but it's very important to me. And I feel like acting like a fool, talking like a fool, being disrespectful towards myself and how I carry myself, um, appearing to the public as like a person that doesn't care about herself or is choosing to be outrageous, loud, obnoxious, disrespectful towards her peers or in public, showing like displays of disrespectfulness is not my character at all. And that's a choice. I don't know what's going on right here. But I choose not to be like that. And I never was like that. I never was that type of person to display, I'm sorry to say, but display ratchetness. Ratchetness can be defined any way that you guys put it, want to say it, feel about it. That's totally up to you guys. I just didn't want to display myself as being ratchet. So I carry myself as I'm quiet. I keep it professional in most things that I do. I try to maintain professionalism and maintain a respectful woman, someone who carries herself with respect, someone who carries herself with a lot of knowledge. I don't know everything, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I know everything, but I carry myself with some knowledge, some form of knowledge, and I carry myself as like I'm a bright young lady. A lot of people think of me as a bright, intelligent young lady. Most likely, some people think of me as a genius, and I'm not a genius. I just carry myself as I'm not stupid. I'm not out here winging it with the world. I don't blow whichever the way the wind blows. I'm solid, and I'm like I'm structured to being someone and carrying myself as someone. That's the type of female that I carry myself as. Um, do I always carry myself like that? Like as far as image wise, I don't. I'm not always dressed up. I don't always have makeup on. I don't always have my hair done. I try to keep my hair done as often as possible because I am a professional hairstylist. But at times, I have my moments where I'm just don't feel like it today and I'm out of it. But sometimes I do try to push myself to make sure that I'm keeping myself maintained, and when I walk out here and represent myself and who I am as a brand, that I'm showing you guys professionalism and showing you guys I have some sense of respect for myself, and that I carry myself with some sense of respect. Um, but what you will not see me doing is fighting and being loud and all this stuff out in public. That's something I will not do. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, that's what I'm trying to break myself out of. Because for so long, I have off. I express myself often, but I'm learning that I can't just go out the way and just express myself. Oh, yada yada, say whatever I want to say, and that is okay. But that's not okay. It's a way to do things. It's a time to do things. And, you know, that's what I've learned over the years. So that's to losing yourself. What I mean by losing yourself is like before you even got in relationships, before you even, got into the world, who you were. So like the way you organize things, the way you do things routinely, the way you speak, things you do on a daily, like as far as working out, eating right, praying, um, setting things up to, get them done, about yourself that you used to just alone by yourself. Those are the things that I'm talking about when I say losing yourself. I feel like um after this situation that has happened with me, I have lost myself a lot and totally completely. Um I used to put myself on the back burner as far as my children. My children were my number one priority, and they still are my number one priority. But it's like the way that I have things situated and organized to the point where it's like, you know, I don't get the things that's important enough for them out of the way done. And I'm learning and I'm checking myself because I understand that these things have to get done regardless of how I feel, if I want to do it, if I don't. They have to get done. For example, like organizing and rotating their clothes, like when the summertime comes in, everyone normally rotates their winter clothes with their summer clothes, and then when the winter time rolls back in or the fall rolls back in, you're rotating your fall clothes, your winter and fall clothes back out with your summer and spring clothes. So that's what I have to learn to do, because that's very important. That's important. Um, Another thing about myself is basically doing things that I normally would do. Like things that I normally would do is a routine that I started 2 years ago, which is getting up in the morning, getting myself ready, my children's ready to get on the bus. They get on the bus. I drop my son off to whomever watching him that day. I get to my client's house. I have 2 cups of water every day, and I'm meditating and worshiping God in a sense. So I have my headphones on, I have my gospel music on playing while I'm worshiping at that time, and also routinely doing things that I need to do for my client. That has stopped tremendously because I don't even do the same routine I used to do. And to me, that's very important to me because it keeps me balanced and it keeps me focused on the things that is important to me and the things that I know I need to do in life. And at that time, it's like talking to God and hearing what He has to say back and just letting Him know I'm grateful and thankful for the things that He has blessed me with and put into my life and has allowed me to have and maintain and all that stuff. So that is very important to me, to have that time with God, um, to be able to communicate with Him, and also being able to thank Him and give Him praise for all the things that He's done for me. And just that's my time. Like, that time is my time to give praise and worship to God. And then once I get my client situated, I then sit down and I start to write. I have a journal that I write in, and I have to purchase another journal soon because that one is getting full. And normally at the end of the year, I will burn that journal because that is like releasing all the thoughts and everything that has been bothering me or affecting me, or everything that I have thought about or talked to God about, and decided to let that go, release that stuff. I then burn that journal and I start a new one. Whatever time, whatever date I start a new journal, and I just keep writing. And basically it's just me talking to God, venting, letting Him know, how I feel, which He already knows, but still letting Him know how I feel, being able to read it. And before I burn it, I do go back and read it, and then I pray on it before I burn it, just to let God know that I read and understood everything that I wrote, how I felt. And then I try to move on to the new journal to create new, conversations with God, venting and getting things out of my system that could cause friction in a sense, or can create bad havoc, or might can start new relationships or ideas, anything that I think of or want to express or want to just talk to God about. Normally I just write in my journal, talk to God, and have those conversations with Him so that I can feel better in a sense. So I can feel like I'm not holding dirty, tainted information, like filling your glass up with dirty, unpurified water that's making your life unpurified, tainted, toxic, just all disgusting all together. So whenever I'm feeling, tainted, unfiltered nastiness, anger, anything I feel, I'll take the time out to write in my journal and just express, to God how I'm feeling, because I have those moments where I just hold things deep down inside and I start to forget who Ebony truly is. I start to forget the type of person that I wanted to be or wanted to become, because I'm turning into somebody that I don't really want to be. I'm becoming this angry, bitter person that I don't want to be. And most of the time, like when I'm out in public, nobody's gonna see that. But those who can read me My family who knows me so well, my friends that just pay attention to things that goes on in my life, they can see that, you know, it's something not right, or it's something bothering me, or something, you know what I'm saying? It's something. They know that it's something there that I need to get off my chest, or I need to discuss, or just release. And so sometimes, like, I just write it down so that I can release it like that, so I can get off my chest. Excuse me, you guys. So it's not bottled up inside, so it's not being toxic in my life. And then sometimes I find out, you know, that I'm venting too often. More so not in a nice way. It comes off as a nasty type of way. Like I'm venting disrespectfully and rude sometimes, because I don't have that time period or that time frame where I'm just sitting down and actually getting this off of my chest, like actually expressing myself. And that's how I normally do it, is in like journal. So I know that I have to get back into the routine of that, because it's making my life a little bit off balance, because I'm not doing that. And I know that I need to do that. So that's something that I've lost about myself, that I'm not journaling. Or also another thing I used to do was work out. I used to work out every single day. And also I would do the apple cider vinegar along with taking a fiber pill or something like that, that it's called, to help with my weight loss. The reason being that I want to lose weight is not because I'm trying to show anybody or do something for somebody or anything like that. It's really for health reasons, to be exact. I have asthma, and I don't want to become obese to the point where it's messing with my breathing. It's messing with my sleep patterns at night, or it's giving me major heartburns, or I'm having like breathing issues when I'm active, because I'm a very active person. I don't like sit still often. So I'm very active, with my children, and also with myself, and also with me starting to work out. That can affect, you know, my workout and how things go with that. So I need to start getting back into that. um dancing is a passion of mine too, along with me doing hair. I love to do hair, and I also love to dance as well. Like, that's a passion of mine. Dancing is a passion of mine. I'm gonna sip some coffee. But I enjoy dancing. Dancing is something I used to do a lot when I was a little girl. And so I've just, all my family dance. Everybody in my family are good dancers. Like, that's in our family. So we love to do it. That's something that has been passed down from generation to generation to generation. Like, everybody loves to dance in my family. My children even like to dance. Like, that's us. That's who we are. But that's basically what I wanted to come on here and talk about. Like, it's a lot of things that we used to do and we don't do, or it's the way we used to carry ourselves, it's the way we used to talk, it's the way we used to speak, the way that we used to do things routinely, and we no longer do that. And I'm speaking also for myself. I don't, a lot of times, do the things that I used to do because I've lost myself. And I can say that I lost myself because I see that and I realize that after having a whole moment just journaling, seeing that, I've lost myself. I have. And I had to write that down in order to find myself again. Like, I had to find out who I truly was, who I truly had grown to become as of this moment, and who I really truly wanted to be prior to now. And I also have, losing myself has caused me to hold so much bitterness towards people, towards situations, towards things in my life, where I know now that I have to let that go. Like, I have to let it be what it is. Um I can no longer let that affect my life, and you know what I'm gonna that piece is just driving me crazy, y'all. I can no longer let that affect my life and the things that I have coming forth in my life, and in the places that I'm planning on going in my life. So I have to forgive and let it go. Like, people that wrong me, situations that happen that I can't go back to and take it back, or I can't go back to and change it. Is done. So I've just had to learn how to forgive and move forward and find myself again. Now, I'm not saying that I don't love myself. I truly love myself. I love who I am. I love who I've become. I know that I need to work on, the way I talk and express myself. But other than that, I love who I am. I love me. Nobody can take that from me. Um, Nobody can't take my confidence from me. Nobody can't take the things that I've worked hard to learn and gain knowledge of. Nobody can't take my passion from me. Like, nobody can't take that from me. That's me, that's who I am. And if you don't like it, that's just, oh well. But I'm me, and I'm learning how to find myself, and I'm learning how to let go of the people that don't need to be in my life, or let go of the situations that don't need to be in my life, or the things in my life that I no longer need to have in my life, because it's causing me to forget who I really am. So, excuse me if I don't, you know, want to worry about or choose to focus on people, things, and situations, but I have to stay focused. Like my friend told me, he says, you are the arrow, and you have to stay focused on the things that you're aiming to reach, and don't let nobody take you from that point. Basically, that's what he said. So I know where I'm headed, and I know my focus, and I know where I'm trying to go, and I know to stay focused and stay aiming at those points that I want to get to. And so, certain distractions that come along my life, I just have to know that they're distractions and let it go. So that's what I basically want to talk about. Like, I've lost myself. I've lost myself a lot in my life. Like, doing things I don't normally do, and saying things I don't normally say, having an attitude I don't normally have, having a type of heart. I know I'm not, that's not even my heart. And, but at the same time, knowing not to allow someone to just come in and try to push over on you. Like, that's what people will try to do, is try to push over on you and try to make you feel guilty or try to use you. That's no longer the person that I am. I'm not going to be a pushover. I'm not going to take any crap. I just refuse to. We're too grown for that. So I'm not taking any crap. I'm not dealing with any nonsense. I'm not dealing with any friction, conflict, arguments, debates, none of that. I'm not dealing with it. And if the people that choose to be in my life still want to be in my life, fine. If not, hey, you know. So I think that I got everything off my chest that I wanted to get off, and I feel good about it. I just want you guys to know that you need to love yourself, find yourself again, find out who you truly want to become, and become that person, and don't care about anything that people has to say about you. Don't allow people to make you alternate your mind the way you think for their benefits or their purposes. Think and feel how you truly want to think and feel. The world is free, and you have to live like it's free. You have to. You have to live like it's free, and you have to do things like you're free. If you feel free and you believe that you are free, don't judge your opinion. Don't judge your decisions based off of other people. Do it based off of you and what you want out of your life. And so this concludes the Losing Yourself. And I hope that this helps someone. And I hope that the information or me talking about topics help someone in a sense where they understand and also open their mind to thinking about different situations and different life opinions, and just listening to advice that someone else has given you in a different aspect. So I appreciate you guys. Um, my subscribers is going up a little, and I'm happy. But I'm still working on getting to the hundreds. So you guys, please subscribe, share, comment down below, hit the notification button so you'll be notified anytime I come on live. And again, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support, and bye.